Good evening, everybody. It is I, your friendly old geek. And look, I've been wearing a hat all day, so I've just seen what little hair is on my head is all very vertical. I've just got this layer of fluff on top of my bonds. Marvellous. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Hello, Halakar. Hello, Lee Baker. Hello, Richard the Dungeon Crawler. Hello, Iman Qureshi. Hello, R.W. Bishop. Hello, Jean. Good to see you all. Good to see familiar names. Familiar banter, I guess. City of Thieves. We have played this one a number of times before, but it's been a while since we played it. So, shall we try and actually complete it? Las Vegas, you say? Did you see the motor racing at Las Vegas last weekend? Absolute shit show on the run up to it, but it was a really good race. Formula One was really good around the streets of Las Vegas. It was just an absolute nightmare in all the setting up. And a driver could have been killed. But hey ho. Who else we got now? We've got Mercurius Orlicus. Welcome. And Crafting Gamer. Nice to see you. It is a fine, chilly Friday evening. It's chilly. It's pretty cold here. In your money over there, it's about 35. So yeah, but it was a great race, Lee. It was a great race. I know there was a lot of moaning beforehand, but the actual race itself was very good. It's just when a metal drain cover was sucked up into the base of a car as it drove over the top of it, so hard that it punctured a hole in the underside of the car. Yeah, great. Hello, Mage. How you doing? Keith, you're not Thief Keith anymore. You're not the City of Thieves, Keith. Is only Nightbot working? Has it finally disabled the other one? I have actually uninstalled the other one. It shouldn't exist, but it seemed to lurk in there somewhere, but we shall see. Nightbot can be a little bit aggressive. I still haven't tinkered with it. I've been busy. No, I haven't been busy. I started playing Icewind Dale and got addicted, so I've been quite busy. And my party in Icewind Dale is made up of 6 people who take part in my streams quite regularly. We have a big barbarian called Bear, a mage called Melinster Gandaldor. There is a dwarven fighter cleric called Hungar. There is a half-elven mage cleric called Elfbait. There is an elven thief called Saxius. And there is a druid called Gingerbeard. So there we go. That's my party. Right. Barbarian. Absolutely. Okay, so I think I've said hello to everybody who's chirped in. Oh, people are playing with their names. Look, R.W. Bishop is now R.W. Boship. Are you trying to mess with my head at the moment? So R.W. Boship instead of R.W. Bishop. Keith is no longer Thief Keith. He's just Keith. And Mage, your name is too long for the game. I had to miss off the E from the end because the rest of it didn't fit. Shed Dweller seems to have disappeared. Oh well. Where the mummies at? Well, we died last week, didn't we? Pretty sure we died at the end of last week's stream. I ended it as we died. Yeah. The last 2 streams have ended with a death, haven't they? Through Icewind Dale. Okay, quick review of Icewind Dale. I think it's quite pretty. It's quite attractive to look at. I like the fact that you create all 6. Well, I would have preferred to create a party of 4 and have some NPCs coming in and out during the adventure. You haven't got that you did have in Baldur's Gate. but it is very, very hack and slash. It's extremely hack and slash. Tons and tons and tons of fighting. And a lot of it is very difficult for the level you're playing at. Very difficult. So it's just wander around bashing things. So it's a bit limited. It's not as good as Baldur's Gate 1 was. And the story's linear as well. The maps are quite linear. The story's linear. Which is a bit of a shame. A lot of toing and froing. Yeah. Go to one guy, go to the dungeon, go back to the guy, go back to the dungeon, go back to the guy, go back to a different bit of the dungeon he's now opened up, go back to the guy, always open up a new map, go to that map, and so on. It's, yeah, doesn't have the freedom. Do it, Iman. Do it. Write an FF style book, Fighting Fantasy style book, and yes, put a shed in it and put something in there called the Shed Dweller. And make it a stoned bloke who smokes a lot of weed. Not a self-insert at all, Iman. No. Right. Have I left my keys downstairs? I hope I haven't left my keys downstairs, because I brought some beer up, and the idea was I'd have a beer with you all, and I can't see where I've put my keys. What an absolute fool. What a fool. Because my keys have a bottle opener on them. And, oh, they're on the floor. Look at this. Look at this. My key ring. I think I'm going to go for Bellhaven 80 shilling, which is specially selected, rich, smooth, rounded, 3.9%, just a nice, gentle, yeah, sounds good to me. Let's see what it's like. Hear the psht. There we go. Very, very nice. Friday night sound with no work tomorrow. It's games day tomorrow. OSC all day. Cheers. Look, Americans, that's the colour that beer should be. Okay? Right. Need to make a character. Haven't got all this done yet. Dice. Spin them across the what's it? Ooh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Can you see what they've rolled? Those are pretty high, aren't they? And in order, they go skill, stamina, stamina, luck. So we've got a character to finish this adventure with here. Those are very high rolls indeed. Muddy river water. Okay. Shall we start, fellas? I think we're all fellas tonight. If there are any ladies watching, put your hand up and say hello. But I think we're all blokes. It's a lads' night tonight. No lasses. Okay, it's a fairly long intro, so just sort of kick off your shoes, Daniel / Kelsey. Where are you? Straw Piglet, you've decided you're all fella tonight. Yeah, it's Daniel who needs to decide. We're never quite sure which one's here. The chat has just gone up to 16 people, so it might be. Hello, 40% Zed. I don't think we've met before. We do occasionally have the odd female join us. Daniel joins us, and we rib him for it, but his daughter listens. His daughter Kelsey, and she chimes in from time to time. Right. Oh, here we go. You are an adventurer in a world of monsters and magic, living by quickness of wit and skill of sword. You earn your gold as a hired warrior, usually in the employ of rich nobles and barons on missions too dangerous or difficult for their own men. First live vid you've caught. Wow, I'm here. I'm here almost every Friday at this sort of time. So come along and join us. You're more than welcome. Slaying monsters and fearsome beasts in pursuit of some fabled treasure comes second nature to you. Being an experienced and highly trained swordsman, you allow nothing to stand in your way on your quests. Your success on a mission is always assured, and your reputation has spread throughout the lands. Whenever you enter a village or town, the news of your arrival spreads through the citizens like wildfire, as few of them have ever met a dragon slayer before. Okay. One evening, after a long walk through the outlands, you arrive at Silverton, which lies at the crossroads of the main trading routes in these parts. Great wooden wagons hauled by teams of oxen are often seen rumbling slowly through the town, laden with herbs, spices, silks, metalware, and exotic foods from far-off lands. I'm not going to read the whole intro, actually. It's far too long. We're in a town called Silverton. We stay in a town called Silverton. Night happens. Everyone starts screaming, "Nightfall, nightfall," everyone indoors, and you go into a tavern called the Old Toad. In there, everyone's sort of hiding away, having a beer, but they seem to be sheltering. They're all a bit nervous. And someone called Owen Caroliff arrives. He looks quite rich, and I'll read the bit what he says to you. The bit that he says to you. "Stranger, I know of you and seek your aid. My name is Owen Caroliff, and I'm the mayor of Silverton. We are in great trouble and danger. We are living under a curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on huge black stallions with fiery red eyes. It was impossible to see the faces of the riders, for they wore long black cloaks with hoods pulled up over their faces. The voices were cold, and each word spoken ended with an unnerving hiss. When I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter Mirelle to stay with them, with their master, Zanbar Bone. No doubt you'll know that he is the Night Prince. Of course, I refused their demand, and without another word, they turned and rode slowly out of the town, heads down and shoulders hunched. I knew then that beneath the cloaks were hidden the skeletal and soulless bodies of spirit stalkers. Sound a lot like Tolkien's wights to me. Zanbar Bone always uses them as messengers, as they will complete their mission or die in the attempt. And they do not die easily. Only a silver arrow through the heart will release those evil beings from their eternal twilight existence. Who knows what it would take to kill Zanbar Bone? Anyway, that night after the spirit stalkers left, our troubles began. The Night Prince was angry and determined to harm us. 6 moon dogs came, each stronger than 4 men, each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked through the town, entering homes through open windows and killing the poor people inside. In the morning, we counted 23 dead. So we barred our windows and bolted our doors, yet each night the moon dogs return. We are unable to sleep for fear they might find a way into our homes. Some people are now talking of sending Mirelle to Zanbar Bone. Those whimpering traitors. I should have them flogged. But what good would that do? There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus, who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, otherwise known as Las Vegas, as it is home of every pirate, brigand, assassin, thief, and evildoer for hundreds of miles around. I think he lives there just to get some peace from the likes of us. He is a wise old wizard and is unlikely to come to much harm, even in Port Blacksand, for his magical powers are great. He alone is capable of defeating Zambarbone. He used to be a friend of mine many years ago. We need him, and I beg you to bring him to us. None here dares enter Port Blacksand. You will be well rewarded if you help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces. Let me make a note there. For your journey, take this sword to use and keep. And then you then set off for Port Blacksand. I'm not going to go through all the rest of it. There is a bit more of the intro, but have you noticed how I've got pictures lined up here? Look at this. Look at this. I'm all prepared. I'm all prepared with pictures. I managed to find most of them on the internet. There'll be some I have to show you from the book, but the walk to Port Blacksand takes you west some 50 miles across plains and over hills, fortunately without any harmful encounters. Eventually, you reach the coast and see the high city wall surrounding Port Blacksand and the cluster of buildings projecting into the sea like an ugly black mark. Ships lie anchored in the harbour, and smoke rises gently from chimneys. It looks peaceful enough, and it's only when the wind changes that you smell the decay in the breeze to remind you of the evil nature of this notorious place. Following the dusty road north along the coast of the city gates, you begin to notice fearful warnings. Skulls on wooden spikes, starving men in iron cages suspended from the city wall, and black flags everywhere. As you approach the main gate, a chill runs down your spine and you instinctively grip the hilt of your broadsword for reassurance. At the gate, you are confronted by a tall guard wearing a black chainmail coat and iron helmet. He steps forward, barring the way with his pike, saying, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back the way you came." Okay, we have a choice here. We had 18 people in chat for a moment. We're down to 14, so the intro has obviously scared people off. So here's your first choice. Tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus. Tell him you wish to sell some stolen booty. Whose booty have you stolen? Or attack him quickly with your sword. Those are the options. Wish to be taken to Nicodemus, sell some stolen booty, or attack. I'm just going to do this so you can see the picture better. There, look. It's not the greatest of scans. You don't quite see all the detail in the picture. So let me just flip across. That's the original one from the book. You can see a little bit more in that, in the detail in the background. There we go. Oh, hear that sound. Do you hear that sound? I'm hoping you hear that sound of beer pouring. Okay. Definitely selling your booty appears to be the main choice. So I'm just going to adjust my lighting here a little bit. My old eyes are a bit tired. Iman, you said you've completed this book a long time ago. You knew the way through House of Hell, but tell him we wish to sell some stolen booty. You tell the guard that you wish to sell some stolen chalices, some silver chalices that you stole from a tavern in Silverton, and that you'll pay him a gold piece for his advice as to where to go for the best price. The guard looks at you suspiciously, saying, "Let me look at these chalices in your backpack before I admit you. Will you? Tell him you know the chalices are cursed and should only be examined by a mage. Try to run past the guard into the main street or attack him with your sword." So cursed, run past guard, or attack him. Yeah. Yes, Iman. You tend to remember failure more than success, in my experience. Especially in D&D, those epic failures are the most memorable. Speaking of epic failures, Mage, have you done any more videos yet? I want to hear about all the people who died at Clericon, especially General Nut. I want to hear how his character got whatever happened to him. I don't know if Mage is still here. He's probably lurking somewhere. In fact, I might have interrupted him from working, to be honest. Yes. Now, the characters died at Clericon. That's the thing. Apparently, there was a big wall of death. A big wall of death. Good evening, Earthbound Misfit. You crept in without saying hello. So what is with this name change, Mr. Boship? Iman, we've already lost at this book a number of times, so this is our attempt to complete it. So we're telling him we know the chalices are cursed. 381. Yeah, it is quite a long book, this one. The guard frowns and says, "A likely story, I'm sure. But I suppose you are just the same as all the rest inside this city. You may enter at your own peril, or buy my advice for 3 gold pieces." So, do we just enter, or do we pay him for some advice? Evening, Jeb. Evening. Okay, we've got 4 for buying advice, 2 for entering, 3 for entering. Buy his advice and remember it for future runs. Absolutely. Yeah, that might be the one in case we die. I don't want to die in this one. I want us to succeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saying buy the advice now, and 1, 2, 3 for enter. So buy the advice is winning, but we have a beefy chat turnout tonight. So I'm going to give chat a minute or 2 more, 30 seconds more, maybe. See how I feel. See if any of the lurkers are ready to commit. Yeah, we've certainly bought this guy's advice before in a past life. We've had a few past lives in this book. I used to Earthbound Misfit, and I probably would if I played it by myself. But I'm not making the decisions. I'm just reading. So if you guys want to take notes, you're more than welcome to. But if you just want to go haphazardly through the book, okay, we are buying his advice. Make the necessary deduction. So we now have 27 gold pieces. I mean, there's one book we've played where we've died in exactly the same way on 2 successive playthroughs. I don't know if everyone in chat was just not paying attention or intentionally trolling me, it went the same way both times. Okay, that was Freeway Fighter. The bridge. Yeah, we can go over the bridge. Oh, we failed last time. We'll go over it again. This city is ruled by Lord Azure, and he is a mean man. When you preside over the chaotic inhabitants of Port Blacksand, you have to be mean. And he is the meanest. I should warn you that if you are found without a pass, you are as good as dead. I would get one if I were you. Pretty quickly. He then makes a sweeping gesture of the arm and you walk past him into the city. So make a note. You need to find a pass. Through the main gates, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely, with their upper stories overhanging menacingly. You may go west down Quay Street, head north along Market Street, or go east down Clock Street. Quay, Market, or Clock? Is this the early bit you remember, Iman? We shall find out. Hey, that damned bridge. I think we've been mauled by livestock in this one. Nightbot's telling people off. Yes, Livingston does allow us to be a homicidal maniac in this one. So first telling off from Nightbot for Iman using all caps. Nightbot. So Mercurius says key. RW says market. Straw Piglet says market. Everybody else is saying clock. So far. Keep on voting. It's four for clock at the moment. 7 votes. 17 in chat. 17? Well, it's just told Mercury. I didn't. Now, I didn't see what you typed here to get this stop spamming caps warning from Nightbot. Which means that means that YouTube has that means YouTube has gone. Tell me if Nightbot is being too much of an ass. I keep forgetting to turn it off. But I'll let you know I have no filters installed whatsoever. So Nightbot might tell you off, but it can't stop you doing anything. But if YouTube blocks you out, then I can't help there. Can't help at all. Because YouTube has these auto filters. The exclamation mark Hungar command, which the reply to that is all caps, kick him in the nuts, which is Hungar's trademark phrase when he joins the streams. That gets filtered now by YouTube. Anyway, we're going down Clock Street. Ooh. Yep, YouTube controls. YouTube. Hello, a nerd's nerd. YouTube controls our speech. It does indeed. I'm afraid so. East down Clock Street. Yes. You're right, Jake. He's just collapsed the pile of washing.
Yeah. What have I done? Yeah. You're not an answer on the paper.
You're live on the internet wanting this. Welcome to the stream, Jake.
Thanks.
They can't see you, but they can all hear you collapsing the pile of washing.
Oh, well. It's all right.
I'll just wait for my son to
You know what?
rebuild the mountain of washing and pull the door to go. Thank you. Our toilet roll supply is under the washing, and he's going for his evening number 2, and he always needs a new toilet roll when he goes. I'm sure you really, really wanted to know that. Okay. Where were we? Walking along the narrow street, you see a man wearing tattered rags sitting in the gutter. His head rests on his hands and he looks thoroughly miserable. Shall we stop and talk to him? Or shall we continue walking east? The thing is, Nightbot doesn't have the ability to censor anybody, just has his automated replies. It's YouTube that does the censoring. And if I'm just going to find... There he is. So, do we talk to this fella, or do we just ignore him and keep on walking? Everybody's saying talk to him. Everybody's saying talk to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've counted already. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we talk. Yeah, Jane. Too late. Even if you didn't want to talk to the guy, 8 people have already voted to talk to him. So here we go. 331. As you approach the man, he suddenly springs up and screams at the top of his voice. He produces a dagger from his ragged clothing and leaps at you. His wild eyes belong to a man insane or possessed. You must fight him. He's not very strong. He's not very strong, don't you worry. So, we are blue dice. He is orange. And he's very weak. So this is going to be really, really easy. He's skill 5, stamina 5. So unless the dice absolutely hate us, we're going to take him out in 3 straight rounds, which is exactly what's happened. A leather pouch hanging around the neck of the man contains a small glass ball containing what looks like swirling smoke. What should we do? Smash the ball on the ground, put the ball in our backpack, or leave the ball behind and continue east? Smash, backpack, or leave. Those are your choices. He is in a better place now, yes, yes. Two for backpack, 2 for smash. Hello, Swaggerbauer. There's all these new names popping in tonight. All these new names. Hulk smash. We've got the hardy core of regulars who are responsible for killing us over and over and over in this book in the past. And we have some some new names here who might be able to give you some guidance in going in the correct way. Seeing as the usual group get us killed in this book all the time. At least I think we've played it about 4 times, and almost every time people chose Market Street and missed out Clock Street. Backpacks have definitely got it. You're right, Straw Piglet. They could be switching names, couldn't they? Yeah. Put the ball in our backpack. Okay. Turn to 194. The smoke in the glass ball appears to vanish as you place it carefully in your backpack. Feeling slightly uneasy about your new treasure, you set off east again. So we have a glass ball. $161. The street makes a sudden left turn and continues north as far as you can see. However, you notice that around the corner, the houses are much bigger, with doorways some 4 meters high. On the left side of the street, you can see a door to one of the houses is open. Do we enter this house, or do we keep going northwards? So do we wander into this house with a 4-meter high doorway, or do we just keep going northwards? It's up to you, fellas and ladies, because I know one lady has chimed in so far. Somebody commented earlier that are only men on the internet. Well, somebody I've seen in chat already is certainly not a male. People want to pop in here. Keep on voting. 1 for enter. 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. 2 want to go past. And now my wife is drying her hair, so I don't get to hear that. 3 enter. Oh, no. 3 go past. Everybody else is saying enter at the moment. You're about to hear. Can you hear the hairdryer? Hello, Gaynor Mullen. Thanks for subscribing. Stream Elements has just announced your arrival. So Stream Elements is still working. Yes. I do have a sign on my door which says when I'm streaming, but no one pays any attention to it in this house. Dad's streaming again. Who cares? They were excited. When I first said I got a YouTube channel, my kids were like, "Oh, you did a new YouTube!" Oh, and now they're like, "Dad, stop telling us to shut up while you're doing YouTube." Right, looks like we're entering 245. You enter a large room with brown walls and a straw-covered floor. There is a musty smell hanging in the air which reminds you of the dirty old cave trolls that live on the northern borders. In the middle of the room is a table made from half a barrel with some roughly made stools around it. A high archway leads through the room to the back of the house, from where you hear a low murmuring voice. Do we head? You got timed out. Is Nightbot actually handing out fines? Do you want to walk through the archway, or do we leave the house and continue north? Did Nightbot get you? I might have to log into Nightbot. Nightbot. Here we go. Oh, I'm in my Nightbot dashboard at the moment. My top chatter is Kabuki Kid from Wednesday night. The top command is Hungar, but that's the one that doesn't work. Nightbot timed out. What? Nightbot is giving out timeouts. 5 seconds for Earthbound Misfit, 5 seconds for Straw Piglet, 5 seconds for Mercurius, 5 seconds for Iman, and then 10 minutes for Iman. Okay, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Commands. Spam protection. It's got to be under. Excess caps. Disable. I've disabled that one. I've disabled that one. I've disabled. In fact, I'm going to disable all of them. Actually, I'm going to keep the link blocking just in case we get any porn bots. But there we go. All Nightbot's spam protection should now be disabled. Should be, hopefully. Iman, it's you typed in sorry. Nightbot is generating the best humor. I've turned off all the timeout stuff, so don't you worry. Nightbot is a bit strict. I've never timed it out. I've banned porn bots, and I banned one guy who was spamming links once. But he was spamming. I was simul streaming on someone else's channel, and someone joined my channel and started spamming loads of links, which was appearing in this stream where I was part of a discussion panel. And so I had to go into my stream and kick him off. Don't worry, Iman. Don't worry, Iman. Right. Yes, Iman was timed out for, where was it? Let me go to the logs page. No. Dashboard. You typed in capitals, oh, sorry, I'll stop using caps in all capitals. That's what timed you out. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yes, Nightbot's brutal. That's why it should be calmer now. Shall we see what it does to me? Right. Come on, Nightbot. I dare you. I dare you. Come on, Nightbot. Come on, then. Bring it. Bring it. There. I think we're okay. Iman, do you want to test it for us? Let me see if does this work yet? Did we get anything for that? Was that still not working? No, it's YouTube that YouTube. Mercurius is pushing it. Go on, push it. I think you're all right. And so we can update Nightbot while we're midstream. So let's just go. Sod the book. Let's just go. Where's my chatbot thing? Integrations, not integrations. No. Oh, I don't know where all this is. Commands, custom. Here we go. Hungar. Is that edit? I think that's edit. Okay. Can somebody test !Hungar for me? Or shall I do it? Still not working. Let's just check it. Let's just quickly go with another one. Test the mage one. Okay. The mage one's okay. The Hungar one is not working still. Right. I think it thinks it's violence. So I'm going to use a euphemism for kick. I was expecting that one then. Oh, Stream Elements is working as well. Okay, yeah, right. You've got the double one. Get back on topic, or else I will invade your shores to the longboats, men. Right. That's the one I put into Nightbot. Shall we see if the Hungar one works? Let's give this a go. It is all kicking off tonight. There we go. Yes, Nightbot's working fine with the Hungar one. Yes, good. So kick. It doesn't like kick. Man the oars. Right. Somebody has invoked Saxius, so we have to go back on topic. And we were. I'll try boot, shall I? Let's try boot. There we go. I've changed Hungar to boot them in the nuts. Let's see if that works. I'm glad to see Nightbot react so quickly to changes. So, where were we? Where were we? We had the option to go through the archway or to leave. And we had 2 votes for leave. All right. We were leaving to go north. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's a vote. There's a vote for Archway. I think, Roland, you're the only one to have voted for. Boot them in the nuts works. Only one to have voted for Archway. All the other votes I've seen have been. No, there's been about 4 or 5 to vote to leave. I've only seen one vote for going through the Archway. I have just scrolled back up. So it looks like we're leaving. Sorry, Roland. We're leaving. 282. Oh, here we go. More votes coming in. Too late now. Nuts is fine. Yeah, he doesn't like kick. Boot, hoof. I wonder if roundhouse might work. On the right-hand side of the street, you see a large wooden barrel and a small boy sitting beside it on a stool. Do we talk to the boy, or do we just keep going north? We were up to 23 people in chat, but all that fannying around with Nightbot, we've dropped to 17. People have gone, oh, sod this. Oh, dear. Hello, RPG Grandma. Welcome to the stream. And here's Daniel. But are you in Kelsey mode, Daniel? Are you Daniel tonight? We don't know. And why have you turned up at exactly the same time as RPG Grandma, eh? Yes, you have to watch Daniel. He's a sly one. Right, looks like most people want to talk to him. Most people want to talk to him. Right. Okay. So 119. Do like seeing all these people I've seen around on other streams and chats and whatever. But it's nice that you're joining in with my stream tonight. It's marvelous. Thank you. The small boy smiles and thrusts a tin mug into your hand. He tells you the barrel contains sparkling water which cures ills, wounds, and diseases. To fill the mug costs 3 gold pieces. Do we drink the water? Or do we keep our gold and turn north? You can't stay, Daniel. You've been so busy lately. Halaka, I haven't blocked L. L has blocked me. He had a strop with me. Yeah. It's up to him. I will say my Friday night book reading streams were one of the few streams I'd ever seen L really behave himself in. There was very little in the way of his usual antagonism. He was quite constructive, quite amiable. Seemed to enjoy the books. But then he blocked me. It might be due to, on one of my Wednesday streams, Bear shouting at him, basically telling him what he thought of him. On a Wednesday stream, Elle was having a bit of a in chat, and Bear just stopped and went and laid into him. It's also maybe the fact that Elle was the bad guy in one of my OSE dungeons, which is my sense of humor. Okay. Yeah, keep gold, go north. There is we don't, sadly we don't have an option. The book doesn't give us an option to use an empty flask RPG, Grandma. So yes, Iman, you were turned into a chicken by L. You think it was the bad NPC that did it? Possibly. The party took great delight in killing. Oh well. Unfortunately, in these books, you don't get as many choices. So there's no option to like put it in a flask and keep going. We either pay now, but we're not hurt or anything. So everyone's saying just go north. No, you're right. I think there, Helicar. You're right. So keep the gold and walk north. 247. That's the democratic vote. The street makes a sharp turn to the left and continues west for some distance. Turning the corner, you're suddenly jumped on by 3 short, stocky assailants who are hiding down an alley. 2 grab your legs and 1 tries to knock you out with a cudgel. Test your luck. Yeah, well, we've got provisions that we've got 10 sets of provisions, which will heal us 4 stamina per time. So we're generally future proofed. Well, I've rolled 6. Our luck is 12, so that's a pass. But we lose a luck point. And if you manage to duck to avoid the blow, turn to 384. I'm afraid democracy is the only option when it comes to playing this book on a Friday night. 1 person, 1 vote. Unless it's the wife who makes the deciding vote occasionally. I am subservient. As the cudgel swings through the air, As the cudgel swings through the air above your head, you punch the dwarf holding it. He lets out a scream and drops the cudgel. Feeling his bleeding nose and seeing the blood on his hand, he screams again and runs off down the alley. The other 2 dwarfs holding your legs realize that you are not an easy victim and run off after their fellow robber. Do we chase them? Or do we just set off west again? Chase them or set off west again? Yeah, some people, you probably do get away with voting twice because I'm not the most rigorous when it comes to checking the votes. I just glance and go, yeah, that's the most. I only count them up when it looks even. Scream insults. Give me a good anti-dwarf insult. A really good something that my wife could shout at me because I'm only 5'5". So she's RPing. She's role playing. She's RPG grandma. So yeah, give me the best anti-dwarf insult that you can think of. Something I can call the wife tonight because she's shorter than me. I'm 5'5". My wife says she's 5'2". No, not quite. She's about 5'1" and a bit. I know it's not the one time I've done live action role playing once, and they had a rule that to be a dwarf you had to be 5'6" or shorter. So I made the qualification and I played a dwarf. I was 17 at the time. I was about 5'1" then, 5 foot-ish. And the last one to know it's raining. Absolutely. The first one to know when somebody's forgotten to put on their deodorant. So are we chasing them or are we going west? Let's have a little look. Chase, west, chase, west. West is winning. West has won, hasn't it? Go on then, we're going west. 396. Want some more pictures. Did a lot of saving of pictures. On the left side of the street is a flower shop. The window is filled with exotic and colourful flowers. Shall we go in this shop, or shall we keep going west? What is the mission? We're trying to find Nicodemus, a wizard who lives in Port Blacksand, because he's the only person who knows how to take out an evil being called Zanbar Bone. We're long past the picture that's shown on screen at the moment, so I'm just going to switch back to the cover. There's the cover of the book. There we are. So go in. Okay. Hairy stinking dog farts. Shop. Maybe Nicodemus does like flowers. Straw Piglet likes flowers. Straw Piglet eats flowers. Go in. Okay. And oh, I've just accidentally flipped the book to the wrong page. And there's a bit of beer on the screen. How's that happened? Okay, we're going into the shop. Getting some flowers, some chocolate, and some wine. Yes, mate, Iman, you're often wrong. You are. You not specifically in what you say. You're just wrong. Inside the shop, an old woman is busily watering the flowers and plants. She looks up and smiles, saying, "Good afternoon. My name is Mrs. Pipe. Can I interest you in one of my special flowers? Shall we see what she has to offer, or shall we leave the shop, refuse politely, and head west?" That's in the wrong order. It says, do you want to leave the shop, refuse politely, and head west? Why do you refuse politely after you've left the shop? You refuse politely as you were leaving the shop or before. But, that's racist. No, Iman, you know you're wrong. That's just it. You know you're wrong. You're a wrong un. You're wrong, and you sit in your shed and you get stoned. And when you're on a stream, you turn your camera on at the most inopportune moment with that hood on and go at me. Iman, don't change. We don't want you to change. You're one of a kind. Right, where's my what's it? Where? I've lost me bottle opener again. Okay. We went in. Right. Okay, we're going in the shop. 293. She explains that she has just picked one of her golden flowers. There are 10 golden petals on the flower, and you are told that if dipped in a dog's blood, each petal, plucked and thrown on the ground, will change into a gold piece. Mrs. Pipe asks for any magic item, piece of armor, or food in exchange for the golden flower. Well, we're not giving out armor because we haven't got any new armor. Food will cost us two portions of our provisions, and I think that's a good idea. So, golden flower, which if dipped in dog's blood, can turn into 10 gold pieces. Yeah, you were right, Iman. You were right. Don't worry, you're right. I'm more concerned with the fact that my keys have gone missing again, and my bottle opener is on there. And there's a beer here which needs opening, and I've just seen my keys. I've just seen my keys. Okay, leave the shop and head west. 24. I'll read this bit out to you before I pour my next beer. There is another shop on the left side of the street. An iron grill over the window prevents you seeing what kind of shop it is. You try the handle on the door and it turns. Do you want to enter the shop, or shall we continue west? The edge of my table, this desk is so old, it's all sort of smoothed off around the edges. I was to show you how it looked. I've had so many splinters off it. It's all smoothed down now. Yes, we do need a dog now. So you vote. Well, I found my keys. The reason I want my keys is because I have a bottle opener on there. There we go. This is East Coast. Guessing it's made on the East Coast. East of England Brewery. Green King. Green King owned the pub that I run a quiz in on a Sunday night. They're not known for the quality of their bitter ales. Let's see how it goes. It's all right. It's all right. Yep. The other beer had more flavour. Okay, so what we got? Enter, west. Shop, west. Enter shop, enter shop, enter shop, shop. Green King are based in Bury St Edmunds, which is so named because that is where the grave of St Edmund is said to be. That's why it's called Bury St Edmunds. Little fact for those of you who aren't aware. Enter the shop, 336. Once inside the shop, you realize why the windows are barred. It is a jeweler's shop. Standing behind the glass counter is a huge, bald-headed man with an eye patch covering his left eye. He gives you a welcoming smile, but the sight of his ugly mouth with its few black-stained teeth does not inspire confidence. A large battle axe hangs conveniently behind the man to deter any would-be robbers. Beer making me burp. On display are several ornate rings inset with diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. The man asks whether you are buying or selling. Right, what will we do? Ask him the price of the rings, offer to sell him gems, if we have any, which we don't, or attack him with our sword. So, ask him the price of the rings, offer to sell him gems, which we haven't got. Have we missed? Yeah, it looks like we missed something. Or attack him with our sword. Right, Iman. I believe you're using the Americanism there, tidbit. The English, titbit. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that one. We have gold. We've got 27 gold pieces. Hello, William. Yeah, Americans got a bit the word tit. Like, for example, our birds, the blue tits, the tit family of birds are known as chickadees in America. Too risque. Too risque. Yes. Have I found the copy of White Dwarf hidden in the illustrations yet? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'll have to look. That's interesting. So in the illustrations, we've got to look out for a copy of White Dwarf. Right. Hope we haven't missed it yet. So asking the rings. Ask the price of the rings. 36. The man leans on the counter and tells you that a ring of invisibility costs 10 gold pieces, a ring of fire costs 8 gold pieces, and a ring of ice costs 7 gold pieces. If you wish to buy one of the rings, make the necessary deduction on your adventure sheet. Okay, we have a ring of invisibility, a ring of fire, and a ring of ice for 10, 8, and 7 gold pieces, respectively. We've got 27. Do we spend it and buy all 3 of those, or are we selective in what we buy, or do we just leave? Everyone in chat, vote for whichever ones. If you want to buy fire and invisibility, just type in fire invisibility. If you want to type fire and ice, type in fire and ice. All 3, type in all 3. And let's see what you. I shouldn't have gulped that beer down. I'm burping all the time now. Oh dear. Invisibility is looking popular. All 3. All 3 is definitely looking like the number 1 now. Look at that. We can afford all 3. Yeah. Iman saying take invisibility, leave the other 2. Straw Piglet saying invisibility and ice. Yes. Me burping due to beer is a lot better than the effect of when I eat dairy. Yeah, you're right there, Iman. Yeah. YouTube has been really evil to me recently. I watched a few food-related videos, so it's showing me lots of suggested for you type videos, lots of cookery ones, and I'd say 75% of those are recipes for making creamy things, nice whipped cream desserts and that sort of stuff. And it's evil. It's evil because I can't eat it. When I click on, I don't want this. No, don't show me this. It says why. And the only options are I don't like it or I've seen it. Where's the I'm lactose intolerant? Piss off. One. Stop teasing me. Anyway, we can afford all 3, and that has been the most common vote. So it looks like we're going for all 3. So we have a ring of invis, ring of ice, ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I don't like it. Don't like it. Things I do like it. That's the thing. I love ice cream and I can't eat the damn stuff. No. Apple pie and custard? No. Big trifle? No. Not allowed. Not allowed. Oh well. Oh well. Hold on. Here's the option here. It says, if you wish to buy one of the rings, right, that was me misreading things. We've bought the ring of invisibility because that's what everyone went for. We haven't bought the other 2. Made that decision. It just says here, bidding the man farewell, you slip the ring on your finger and leave the shop and head west. Okay, so there wasn't the option to buy all three. Whoops. Whoops. You arrive at a four-way junction in the street. The street continuing west changes its name to Key Street, and the street running north and south is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people walking up the street, cheering loudly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to follow them. Beer kicks in quickly on me nowadays. Absolutely. When I went on holiday last summer, we went down to Cornwall, and I used to love the ice cream down there. Clotted cream, Cornish ice cream, Cornish vanilla. It's gorgeous. And my family would go for lots of ice creams, and the only thing I could eat was the tropical fruit sorbet. That's the only thing they had in any of the ice cream shops that I could eat. Oh well. As you catch up with a chanting crowd, you see that they are carrying eggs and rotten tomatoes. Soon the street opens out into a large market square. All around the edge are stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the square is an elevated pillory. Above the noise of the crowd, a trumpet sounds, and the crowd start to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten food. An old woman standing next to you offers you 2 eggs to throw. Not wishing to appear to be an outsider, you take the eggs and hurl them. As you do so, the old woman picks your pocket without you noticing. Takes a gold piece. Unaware of your loss, you walk away from the crowd to look at various stalls. I haven't tried. The milk I have is I have oat milk. Bowl of cereal every morning with oat milk in my tea. I've never tried lactose tablets. No. All right, let's get the picture up, because there is a picture for this. Let me see if I can find the right one. See that one? No, that one. No. All these pictures coming through. Can't find the right one. I have got this one somewhere. Try this one then. There we go. Oh, it doesn't appear to be showing. Right. I'm going to remove that share. Present. Slides. No slides. Such a skilled streamer. Present. Share screen. We'll do it again. There it is. It's because it's a different file format. There we are. That's what we see. Yeah. What is that? The goody two shoes. There's someone swinging on a rope in the back of this one. Let me have a look. Where? Someone swinging on the rope in the back of the guard one, but that's the old woman. That's the old woman who's just pickpocketed us. So we'll leave that picture on screen. See you, Halakha. Yes. I've seen this woman swinging on the rope at the back of the city guard one. I've seen that, but I've got to look for the white dwarf picture, haven't I? Anyway, let's go look around these stalls. What I've just noticed is it's created a slideshow of the files that were JPEGs, and a slideshow of the files, separate slideshow of the files that are PNGs. So the food stalls are selling fruit, vegetables, meat and hot soup, corn and chestnuts for hungry shoppers. You may eat some hot food if you wish. cost you 1 gold piece to increase stamina by 2 points. We don't need it. Walking north along the west side of the square, you see a man dressed in purple velvet playing a lyre. Shall we stop and listen, or shall we just walk past him? Stop and listen to the man who's playing, or walk straight past. Yeah, but that, Iman, that requires preparation. I'd already done more preparation than I usually do by actually locating most of the pictures in this book on Google before I started. So you're asking a lot from someone who is notoriously ill-prepared. Because, you know, when I run role-playing games, I mean, no matter what I say on my channel, I'm always by the seat of my pants. I bullshit a lot, make up a lot as we go along. And I freely admit it. I just want to make it fun for everyone, that's the thing. And that's what matters. Well, everyone's saying, stay a while and listen. Diablo 2, I think. Deckard Cain, Diablo 2. Stay a while and listen. Where are we? Number 3. The man stops playing and tells you that he can bring you good fortune. For the sum of 3 gold pieces, he will sing you a song that will bring you luck. Do we pay him, or do we just keep on walking? Thing is, excuse me. Thing is, Earthbound Misfit. It makes me feel a bit. When I talk about rules in videos, I sometimes feel a bit of a fraud because I don't always play by them. I make things up. I mean, my MERP series of videos. I love the game, but to make it work properly online and get it going smoothly, I gloss over so much of it when I run it. But I'm just hoping it makes for a better game to play for the players. I think we've been 2 sessions now without a single combat. They've barely rolled any dice for the last 2 sessions. I'm not, William. I'm not. I'm just going with the chat. Keep yourself busy, RPG Grandma. Imposter, yeah. There is a bit of imposter syndrome sometimes. I mean, I know when I said I got when I did my first reading of Call of a Lovecraft book. I thought, will anyone want to listen to me reading this? And at least the feedback has been very positive. So I plan to do more, but I was like, well, why? I mean, I listen to people like Mage and Bear. They've got far better voices than I have for that sort of thing. But hey ho, people seem to like it. We've got pay, keep walking, keep walking. 4 pays, 2 keep walking. Yeah. I never played AD&D with AD&D initiative. I just don't want to. Much rather use basic D&D initiative. So much simpler. But that's why I need to realize that it's down to personal preference. And sorry, I do keep twatting. Oh, I've done it again. Keep twatting my microphone. If you want to know, my microphone is it's here, right where the picture is. So if I move on that side, I whack it. Oops. Okay. Pay the musician, turn to 37. The man strums his lyre and sings a merry song all about you and your good fortune. He does have the power to make you lucky. Add 2 luck points and walk on to the next stall. We will maximum luck again. 398. I think Sean Major's Musings would read those really well, though. I think he's got. I mean, I know he's done a fair bit of voice acting. A small circle of people is standing around a bare-chested man. He's enormous and his muscles look as hard as iron. He's asking the crowd for a volunteer to play catch with a cannonball. He states that whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other 5 gold pieces. Do we take him on at his game? Let me see if I've got the picture ready. I have got a picture for this one. Oh, am I going to have to switch it across? Yeah, I'm going to have to share the other version. I'm also going to have to go to the toilet in a minute because Peter's gone right through me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. The guard picture will appear now, but I have got one along here somewhere. This was meant to be ever so smooth, and that's not right. That's not right. What are they doing? I can hear my family are being very, very loud. I hope it's not annoying. Let me try and find the picture.
Oh, you forgot. I didn't say that.
I haven't got him. Haven't got this picture. Oh well. I'll have to show you it. There we are. There's this book's version of Arnie with his cannonball. "6'4" and full of muscle, indeed. Right, I'm just gonna pop to the little boy's room. You may return, but I'm about to go for about 30 seconds. Back in a minute. No, no, Iman. I'm not going to do that. Right, okay. There you go. They're voting on whether they want to play a game of catch with him with a cannonball. Our skill score is 11. I've rolled stupidly high at the start of this stream. So people are saying, yes, if we've got high skill. Okay, let's go for it. Yes, RPG Grandma. It is girly eye candy for you. There you go. So it looks like we're taking him on. 5 gold pieces up for grabs. And 40% Z. Yep. Just confirms it. You off, are you? Off, are you, RW? Off home from work? Or whatever. I know you're in America, so it's probably home time for you now. Who's the artist? Who's distracting me? Have a look at the artist. Where is it? Ian McCaig. It's very good. This has nothing to do with skill. Roll dice alternately for yourself and for the bare-chested man. Repeat the process until a 1 is thrown, in which case the cannonball will have been dropped. Okay. I think the art is actually very, very good in this book. You know Ian. Okay. We're okay. 4, 4, 2, 1. Hey, he's dropped it. We haven't. Splendid. So we've gained 5 gold pieces after finishing the game. Hello, Omanel. No, you don't roll 2 dice and the low one is our opponent. We have these ones, see? Or blue ones for us and orange ones for him. It does say roll for yourself and for the bare-chested man. So, okay, 52. Behind the next stall is a young man selling small weapons and items of equipment. The prices of his wares are chalked up on a slate. We can buy a throwing knife for 4 gold pieces, a climbing rope for 2 gold pieces, a butcher's meat hook for 2 gold pieces, an iron spike for 1 gold piece, or a lantern for 3 gold pieces. So I'll go through those again. Throwing knife, 4. Climbing rope, 2. Meat hook, 2. Iron spike, 1. Lantern, 3. So somehow you in chat have got to decide any or all of those. To buy all of them will cost 12, and we've got 21 in total. So it's up to you lot. Anything you particularly want from that list, or should we just go for all of it? Yeah, I'm all for group initiative, RPG Grandma. All for group initiative. Just both sides roll a d6 and off you go. Are the lanterns useless? Okay. How do you know that, Straw Piglet? How do you know that? You remember something about it? People are saying the spike's useful. It just depends whether the book requires us to use one or not. Past life memories, yes. Because we've played this book before, haven't we? Yes, and we've lost before multiple times. I like Infravision. I think D&D's Infravision is good. William, we've played this about 4 times on the Friday streams, though not recently, and every time we failed. Every time we failed. We usually get to the end without the right items. That's the thing. It's an item finding adventure where you've got to find certain things and along the way. But Nicodemus will tell us what we need once we finally get to him. So 3 people have voted for all. Rope and Lantern are the most popular ones. Rope, Lantern, and Spike are the most popular ones. It looks like, yes, the pearl, the hag's hair, lotus flowers, that sort of thing. Yeah. Last time we hadn't got the tattoo. Right. We're going to get everything apart from the meat hook, because that's the only one that people haven't specifically voted for. So 10 gold pieces, and we're going to get knife, rope, spike, and lantern. Okay. Just the meat hook had no real love. Okay, walk north, 200. In the next stall area, there was a small, brightly coloured tent. Attached to it is a small sign which reads, Madame Star, Clairvoyant. Do we enter the Clairvoyant's tent, or do we continue north? Ah, Mage. No, we're still alive. Mage, have you done a video yet? I still want to see this report from Clericon, in which you explain how General Nutt's character gets ruthlessly murdered in one of your adventures. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready with Schadenfreude. I'll be finishing up in about 20 minutes, Earthbound Misfit, so it depends how quickly you eat. But thanks for joining the stream. Hello, Manfred. Manfred's joined us as well. Have you been lurking, Manfred? Right. We've got okay, no problem. Oh, you're playing Traveller, playing sci-fi. Okay, yeah. No, well, this is a real game, face-to-face game. No, it's not face-to-face, is it? So what are we doing? Enter tent, continue north, enter tent. Ooh, fortune teller. I'm guessing that means enter tent. We need this tent. You've already voted. So 3-2 at the moment for entering the tent. So, right. No, Manfred's not a real German, though. He's a fake German. He just lives in Germany and speaks German, but he's not German. Right. So we're at 3-2 at the moment. Do we enter the Clairvoyant's tent, or do we continue north? Need more votes. I'm not repeating myself, Manfred. I'm not repeating myself. No, I called you a fake German. Someone said you were German. And I said, no, you're a fake German. You can speak German, but you're not German. What's the German word for Schadenfreude? No, Manfred, he asked, what is the German word for Schadenfreude? Ooh, impromptu OSE session to finish the Dungeon of Terror. Yeah, what's the French word for croissant? What's the French word for déjà vu? French word for cul-de-sac. Latin for weni weedy weeky. I did not know cornetto was the Italian for croissant. In fact, I could ask an Italian. We're playing OSE tomorrow, RPG Grandma, and the setting for my game is a town called Yule, because the theme is the 12 Days of Christmas. And get back on topic. Okay, you've invoked Saxius, invoked the spirit of Saxius, the ghost of Christmas Saxius. Right, we're going into the tent then. I mean, that's it. 394. Been a lot of chatter tonight, but it's been fun. It has been fun. Sitting behind a small table is a plump woman wearing bright yellow clothes and a shawl over her head. She smiles as you enter, bidding you to sit down. She tells you that a glimpse of the future will cost you 2 gold pieces. Do we pay her, or would we rather carry on unaided and leave the tent? Pay her 2 gold, or not. Right. So you've played Traveller. Hello, Justin. I'm going to fail now. So you've played Traveller tonight rather than do this, and you're doing something else tomorrow as well. This is not on. D&D game tomorrow is OSE, D&D, AD&D, 1E, 2E hybrid. That's as it should be. Take the best bits and junk what you don't like. Pay, leave. Leave, pay. Leave. So we're 3-3 at the moment for pay and leave. Need more votes. Right, Jeb has pushed it to 4-3. Yeah, and I can attest to the fact that Jean does use bits and pieces. Oh, tomorrow is Turkey Day. So you live in Germany, but you do Thanksgiving, but you don't do it on Thanksgiving Day. I thought it was yesterday as well. So are we paying the lady? It's 4-3 at the moment towards paying her. Any more votes? Thanksgiving weekend. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know Canadian was a few weeks back. We don't have it here. Right, we're paying the lady. 2 gold pieces. It'll cost us. We're down to 9 gold pieces. Oh, we have other national holidays. I mean, now I think we have more national holidays than you do. So, 3, 6, 8. Looking into a crystal ball, she seems to go into a trance. She tells you that you are searching for a man, a wise man with magical powers. She pauses for a moment and then draws in a deep breath before going on to tell you that the man you are looking for lives in a hut beneath a bridge to the north. She warns you to be careful when approaching the man, for he does not welcome strangers. Then she looks away from the crystal ball and asks you to leave. Her face seems to be hiding something. Has she seen some dreadful fate awaiting you? You decide to leave the tent and head north. Ominous. That's what turkey curry's for. We don't have turkey anymore here. Not in our house. We tend to have a chicken and a gammon. We got turkey this year, or chicken?
Turkey.
We got turkey this year.
Going to Jay's.
Oh yeah, we're not cooking here. We're going somewhere else.
Yes, we've got turkey.
At the end of the market, a street named Bridge Street runs north out of the square. You decide to walk down it in the hope of finding the elusive Nicodemus. It starts to rain and the tumble-down houses huddled together on either side of the street look as if they need shelter themselves. Most have their windows boarded up and empty. The door to one flaps noisily in the wind. Shall we take refuge in the derelict house until the rain stops, or shall we press on ahead? Chat had turned into bait, Manfred. He could take it. So, looks like people are... Yep, Lee is from the UK's flattest county. A county with no hills. The options are to take refuge in a derelict house or continue walking in the rain. Manal, no. Look, we know that if you go out and buy a scythe, it's because you're planning on making some form of sacrifices. Lincolnshire is just flat, very, very flat. I believe because it's bigger than Norfolk, even though Norfolk is often seen as being flatter, Lincolnshire is actually flatter because it's a wider area. Don't quote me on that, though. Okay, we're going to take refuge in the derelict house. 188. It is gloomy in the house, but you can make out the shapes of abandoned furniture. Litter and rubble is strewn all over the floor. You find a broken chair and slump down in it to rest. Suddenly you notice something slither across the floor. And before you can get to your feet, you see in the half light that you're encircled by 6 snakes, each a meter long. Do we hack at them with our sword, or do we make a dash for the door? Fight them or run? Yeah, I mean, yes, Lancashire. There is a big. I don't know if you've heard of the Wash, where famously King John lost his baggage train with his crown jewels in and all that sort of stuff. That is Lincolnshire, a great big estuary area, and Lincolnshire sort of surrounds, is sort of west and north of that. So we've got no, Justin. How many times should people have listened to you? And if your answer is more than what you can count on one hand, then you're wrong. I'm only happy when it rains. Run, run, run. Fight, fight. We have 3 for run, 2 for fight. Right. Nottinghamshire, you say? Sherwood Forest. Robin of Locksley. We're now on 5 for fighting, 4 for running. I always do what to you? You make the decisions. Okay, we're at 5-5 now. We're at 6-5 now. 6-5. Right. Lots of votes coming in. Iman's just you peed in Sherwood Forest once. I've got a picture somewhere of me in Sherwood Forest. Oh, we're definitely fighting now. 7-5 now. Right, okay. Right, we're fighting. Two, 5-3. The snakes are not very tough opponents for a person trained in the art of swordsmanship. Treat them as a single creature. However, each attack round they inflict a wound on you, 4 points must be subtracted from your stamina score. They're not going to. They're terrible. They're terrible. We've just hit them 3 times, and we've got 6 more skill than them. So the odds of them actually hitting us are very low. Ooh. Even when I roll 4 for us, they still don't manage it. Okay, we've beaten them. 75. Outside, the rain has stopped, and you set off north again. Ahead, you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Various bits of rubbish are floating down to the sea on its black surface, and you squirm at the sight of a human hand passing by. The bridge supports and columns reach high above, and you see skulls, both human and non-human, tied to them. The wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying out for help. Almost hidden from view is a small flight of steps going down underneath the bridge from where you are standing. A one-legged man carrying a sack is crossing the bridge from the northern bank. Do we climb down the steps, or do we wait to talk to the man? Those are your choices. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and find a quick picture. Okay. Why do you miss all the good adventure? Everyone's saying talk. I'm just going to show you a picture of the last time I was in York in Sherwood Forest. Since you're talking about Sherwood Forest. There we go. That's the last time I was in Sherwood Forest. Okay, so we're talking to the man, and that's where we are now. That's the bridge. $363. 364, sorry. I'll let you into a little secret. It's not very fast at all. It just looks it because of the dust. The gaunt-faced man looks thoroughly miserable. He sees you and shrinks back, telling you that it is not worth robbing him because he has no money. You tell him that you do not wish to rob him, but are seeking an old wizard named Nicodemus. He stares at you with a surprised expression on his face and says, "For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you where he is." You decide to trust the man and pay him for the information. He pockets the gold and says, "You're standing on top of him. Nicodemus lives in a hut beneath this bridge." He throws back his head and lets out a shrill laugh before hobbling off on his crutches, obviously pleased with himself. You shake your head and walk over to the steps that lead down beneath the bridge. On that event, basically, my car wouldn't go above 60 miles an hour. It wasn't fueling properly. And we were running last but one, something like that. We just couldn't get any real speed up. So I said to my navigator, just let me know in the notes where the junctions are, because that's where photographers tend to congregate. And as we come into one of the junctions, I'll just pull the handbrake on and we'll make a really good picture out of this. So that's what I did. So that's, yeah. So we came to the junction and I just went very wide, pulled the handbrake on and got that picture. Anyway, enough of that. I need to just get my folder up again because we have a picture. Yeah, it was completely for show. Because the car wasn't working. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. There we go. There we go. The smell by the water's edge is terrible. Above, you hear the sound of footsteps crossing the wooden bridge. Built into the foundations of the bridge is a wooden hut. Drawn curtains obstruct your view into the hut, but you know you are not welcome when you read the words, "Keep out," painted on the door in large red letters. You draw in a deep breath and knock on the door. You hear muttering and the shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Before you stands a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long white robes. He looks at you sternly and says, Explain yourself to Nicodemus. You are elated at finding Nicodemus and tell him about Zambar Bones' reign of terror in the town of Silverton and why Owen Caroliff asked you to find his old friend to help them. Nicodemus frowns and walks back inside his hut, telling you to follow him. He sits down in a rocking chair and starts to speak in a calm voice. I am old and tired and wish for no more adventure. I live here under Singing Bridge in Port Blacksand to escape the pleas for aid from people fallen on hard times. Hence, no one bothers me. But I do wish to help my old friend Owen. I will tell you how to defeat the Night Prince, Zanbar Bone. Listen carefully. Remember, you may defeat him only after sunset. In daylight hours, he exists on another plane. No doubt he will have his servants to protect him, but should you get past them, you will need something special to deal with Bone himself. To protect yourself from his entrancing stare, you must have a white unicorn and a yellow sun tattooed on your forehead. Normal weapons will not harm him. First, you must shoot him through the heart with a silver arrow. This will paralyze him, but not kill him. Then you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and a lotus flower in his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. If your arrow misses, I'm afraid you will die the moment he touches you. The items for the compound can all be found in Port Blacksand if you search hard enough. I regret I cannot accompany you. Nicodemus then draws a map of how to reach Zambar Bone's guarded tower from Port Blacksand. He stands up, shakes your hand, and wishes you well. You leave his hut, climb the steps, and cross the bridge over Catfish River. Bridge Street continues north a short distance before ending at a junction. And that is where we end the stream tonight. I've overrun by 5 minutes, but hey-ho. Hey-ho. So, I'll repeat it at the start of the next stream next week. But we are 2 hours, over the 2 hours into this one. We're still alive. I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing okay. I think we might need a bit more cash, but hey ho. Thank you, everybody in chat for joining. If you're in chat and you have a channel, shout it out. Bear in mind, you can't post any links. YouTube won't allow it. But if you've got a channel, just shout something like me in chat to advertise your channel, and hopefully people will click and subscribe. I think RPG Grandma's doing channel-y stuff. I know Richard, the Dungeon Delver, was Richard was on earlier. Iman set up a channel. Anybody else has been in Mage's Musings, of course. Make sure you subscribe to Mage's Musings. Omanal hasn't got a channel. He's just on everybody else's. Anybody else with a channel, just slap it in. Just say, me, I've got a channel. Shout it out to everybody. But anyway, for tonight, I've been the Old Geek. And if you're playing some OSE tomorrow in my Discord, I'll see you then. If you're not, you're welcome to join us. Jean is running the game in the afternoon. I'm running the game in the evening. Yes, I thought you got a channel, RPG Grandma, and I'm sure I'm subscribed to it. If not, I'll do it now. So, yes, tonight, tomorrow, OSE, Discord, tomorrow. If you want to play some old school essentials, Jean's running one game, I'm running the other, but for tonight, I'm off. See you all.